Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a really fascinating look at something new from Google, an AI called AlphaEvolve.
Yeah, and it's not your typical AI. Forget the fixed instructions
Totally different, right?
completely. AlphaEvolve, well, it actually changes itself. It evolves its own methods.
Like like nature, is that the idea?
Exactly, inspired by natural selection. So today we really want to unpack what this thing is.
Why it's making waves.
Uh-huh. And what it might actually do out there in the real world. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding it.
Okay, let's get into it then. AlphaEvolve is from Google DeepMind.
Right. And the key is it doesn't just follow rules somebody wrote down.
It's built on this concept of, well, evolution, like you said.
And that's what's so interesting applying evolution to AI. It's not just engineers coding everything.
So the AI itself, it changes its own approach.
Precisely. It can modify, improve its own problem-solving techniques. It kind of mutates, selects the best bits, refines them.
Like how living things adapt.
Just like that, it mirrors that process.
So it's not like a scientist testing one idea, then another slowly.
No, imagine something that can spin up maybe thousands of potential strategies,
Wow.
tests them all out, keeps what works, and just keeps iterating, improving constantly.
Like a tireless researcher, always looking for a better way.
That's a great analogy. So the first big thing to grasp, really, is that AlphaEvolve is fundamentally different.
A real shift in how AI works.
Yeah, it's not just learning from data anymore. It's learning how to learn better by itself.
Okay, that's the concept, but does it actually work? What has it done?
Now this is where it gets really compelling. It's already getting results.
In areas where humans have struggled.
Definitely. Take geometry, for example. Some tricky, long-standing problems.
Like what?
Well, there's this problem about fitting hexagons into shapes efficiently. Mathematicians worked on it for decades.
Okay.
AlphaEvolve found better ways, more efficient packings than we knew before.
After decades of human effort, that's significant.
It really is, and it didn't just stop there.
What else?
Matrix multiplication, it's like fundamental for computing, right?
Uh-huh. Used everywhere.
There's this famous method, the Strassen algorithm, been top tier for over 50 years.
Right, I've heard of that.
AlphaEvolve went beyond it, didn't just copy it, it found ways to do those calculations even faster.
Faster than the best method humans had for half a century.
Exactly. It surpassed it. That's quite something.
So the big takeaway here seems to be that this AI isn't just assisting us.
No.
It can actually, in some very specific, complex areas, outperform human experts,
That's what the results suggest. It's demonstrated that potential.
which is, yeah, a bit of an eye-opener.
And these aren't just, abstract math games.
Right, these breakthroughs must have implications.
Very tangible ones. Which leads us to the practical side.
Okay, so how does improving hexagon packing or matrix math actually affect, well, us?
Well, think about real-world optimization problems. We're already seeing potential uses,
Right.
like making data centers run more efficiently. They use enormous amounts of power.
Huge energy hogs, yeah.
If AlphaEvolve can find better ways to manage cooling or workload distribution, boom, energy savings.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
Designing microchips, super complex process. Maybe it finds novel layouts,
Leading to faster, maybe cheaper chips.
potentially. And another thing, it could be used to improve other AI systems.
Like tuning them, making them better.
Exactly. They've specifically mentioned using it to enhance Google's own Gemini AI.
So you're talking real benefits. Less energy waste, cost reductions, maybe better performance from the tech we already use.
That's the promise. It connects these theoretical advances to concrete improvements across industries.
It shows it's not just a lab experiment.
Not at all. The potential for real-world problem solving is significant.
So we're seeing lots of AI development lately. What makes AlphaEvolve really stand out? What's its unique edge?
I think the critical difference is that independent evolution aspect.
The self-improvement part we talked about earlier.
Yes, but specifically its autonomy. Many AI systems need constant tweaking, updates, guidance from humans.
Right.
AlphaEvolve is designed to learn, adapt, and refine its own strategies, well, more independently.
Less hand-holding needed.
Much less. And that self-driven improvement, that's a really big step. Some see it as moving towards artificial general intelligence, AGI.
Towards AI with more human-like general abilities.
That's the long-term vision or question, perhaps, but this autonomy is key.
So it learns how to learn, and it does it on its own. That does sound like a major leap.
It really is. And think about this, because it's not strictly bound by how we think, by human design limitations or biases.
It might find solutions we wouldn't.
Exactly. It could stumble upon or evolve completely novel approaches, things we might never even conceive of because of our own cognitive frameworks.
Okay, that's both incredibly exciting
It is.
and honestly a little bit mind-blowing, maybe slightly unsettling, in AI innovating beyond our direct design.
It definitely raises profound questions, doesn't it? It pushes us to think about intelligence itself.
So the key point here is its independence, its evolutionary power.
Yes, that capacity marks a major advance. It makes us consider not just what AI can do now, but how intelligence itself might emerge and develop.
Right. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, what's the big question we should be left with?
I think it's looking ahead. Could Elfie evolve or things like it represent, well, the dawn of AI that eventually surpasses human intelligence across the board?
The AGI question again, a truly independent intelligence.
It's a huge question, and obviously we don't have the answer, but what seems clear from Google's work
Yeah,
is that we're seeing a genuinely new type of intelligence starting to emerge, and it's something we really need to pay close attention to.
absolutely. Whether you're deep in tech or just curious about the future, understanding these systems, it feels pretty essential now.
It really does. This isn't science fiction on the horizon.
It's happening now, unfolding right in front of us.
Indeed. And figuring out what it all means, that journey's really only just beginning.